what, Ed? That was a really fun ride. I just love riding Shadow. She's a 19-year-old American paint horse. And I have learned my entire life I've had different horses, and they all have such unique personalities, and they're all unique in their own way.
And that's what's important about understanding our horses. And we keep these horses for a very long time. And that's great for our segment coming up. Craig Cameron's going to give us a segment on understanding your horse, because we always want to get better.
That's right, we sure do. I'm Susie DeRucci.
And I'm Ed Adams.
And welcome to Better Horses.
In this episode of Better Horses, we're going to start off with Dan James, who's going to give us our fourth series on liberty training on a ridden horse.
And as promised, we have Craig Cameron from Texas, and he's going to show us how to understand your horse and how to ground tie.
And next, we have Phil Haugen from Weatherford, Oklahoma, who will be giving us the insights of proper pressure and release on a horse.
You know, we just love Al Dunning. He's been a guest on our show here, and we actually get to take a peek into his barn on the Purina Barn Tour. Okay, Ed, I'm getting hungry. What's next?
Well, we got you covered with our own Ernie Rodina, and Cheftell Mark Burkdoll is going to cook up another Hearty Grub with tri-tips. So this sounds like an exciting segment, and it's the only horse show on your local broadcast television station.
And now, airing every Monday on RFD TV. So, before you go saddle your horse, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
We'll be right back.
When you're a barrel racer, there are so many things that can bother a horse. Just eliminating the back issues is a huge advantage. I feel like using a Csi Saddle Pad has given me an advantage over other girls because I know that my horse is feeling good, that saddle's not bothering him. If you're looking for a new saddle pad, invest in a CSI. It's worth the investment.
Hey, g'day guys, Dan James here, and we are here to show you in our fourth segment about working the Liberty horse from the ridden horse. Again, a couple of the key components and that we've spoken about throughout these four segments is one, how important it is to create that foundation with our Liberty horse before we ever go to working from the ridden horse. Secondly, how important of being able to use your tools such as your lead rope and halter and your whip to be able to go through and to help educate our horses in the job at hand, what we're looking at wanting them to be able to do, from the circling to our stop cue and so forth. Here today we're going to go through and show you some more of the advanced movements of working the Liberty horse from the ridden horse. Okay, here comes Swampy, and he's coming out here. He's going to be our Liberty horse in this segment. We're looking for him to come here side pass to us. He'll back up into position. Swampy, of course, has been one of several of our horses in our freestyle reining shows, gone through and been able to our Liberty horses in conjunction with our reining. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to work him here today, and I'm going to show you some advanced moves along with some of the basics and how to help to connect it all together. I'm just using my dressage whip here, just asking him to step away from me here to circle. My whip will come down and around for the change of direction. Boy. You can see that it takes very little once he starts to understand and know this pattern. Okay, I'm a little bit late there, meaning that I'm a bit behind. Drop my whip straight back, asking Swampy to back up here. And I ask him to continue around. He was looking at side passing in. I step forward and bring him right back here again beside me. So again, that's our part of our initial foundation that is so important. Here I'm going to go ahead and ask him to track around here with me. So I'll move him up here and I'm going to go ahead and move up here to the canter. And we'll just lope a circle here with him here to my right. And from the circle here, I'm going to go through and send him around me. So I'll bring my yellow horse here down, and I'll bring Swampy and keep him moving. Good. But this is that back to that circling, part of the foundation. Change your direction again. And here, while Swampy is circling around, I'll ask my yellow horse, I'll just quietly turn him here Let him just kind of spin here underneath my whip, and you see that my Liberty horse is continuing to stay in progress there. I'll get back to this stage, wait on him, sending him around, and I'm going to bring him in now to my left side. So in our earlier segment we showed you that we just started when we started the Liberty horse, that we kept them on the right side, but I need to be able to, particularly for my line of work, be able to shift the horses in multiple different positions. And how I go about starting this out is that I just really, because they understand so many other cues, I'll just bring that whip past his nose up back onto the right side, and from here again I'll take my whip here and cross in front of that nose, keep walking, bringing him back here to the left side. That allows me to have multiple different positions in which that I can have my Liberty horse working from. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is come around here. I'm going to show you some lead changes of the Liberty horse here. I'm going to ask Swampy as we're going along, I'm just going to cue him here. Back the other way, boy, back the other way, one more, good job, and we'll walk here on the ends. So all the movements that we look at performing both on the ground, we also want to be able to perform them from our ridden horse. Of course, such things as our lay down and rear. So here I'll go to my stop cue, ask him to come in and stop, and I'm going to ride around him here first. Just leave that stop cue up. He already preempted that rear. I'll leave him stop and stand as I ride around him. Hold him on that stop cue. Go ahead and I'll lope this way around him. So my Liberty horse, and that's, if you're watching our previous segment about our stop cue, is the importance of being able to establish and have this stop cue work effectively, both from the ground first and then of course from our ridden horse. I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to go and stop, and you'll see I'll offer for this guy now to side pass to me. I'll bring this whip out and look for that. He's a little late there behind, but we'll take that. We'll stop him there. My whip cue is going to come again down here in front. I'm going to step around from him here. I'll lower it here, and you can see that I'll be able to change that direction, then ask him for the rear. Up, good boy. Lower the whip, have him come back, side passing back here towards me again. Come up, Swampy. So I guess one of the main parts that we're wanting to really demonstrate here to you guys is that going through, doing our work, establishing our foundation from the ground, getting everything working at Liberty from our basics to even our tricks, just to see how easy that it can then become incorporated from doing it from our ridden horse. Okay, we're going to go through and ask him here for the lay down. So I just cue here at the front, touch there on the leg, go to the lay down. And what I'm looking for when he goes to this lay down is not just to lay down, but to stop there and wait. And you'll see my dressage whip will come up here again, and I'll just hold him on that with that stop cue, asking him to stop and wait there on the ground for me as I move around him. And as I come back to this side here, my whip will come over, ask him to side back pass here to me. So in this segment here, what we've hoped to show you is how many different things that we can do with our horse at Liberty, but from your ridden horse. You know, why is that fun and encouraging? Not only is it a completely new element for some people to try, you know, if you don't enjoy working around and having to be on the ground, but you've put your time into your ridden horse and you can ride one-handed and he's respondent to your legs, you can see how many endless possibilities that we have of being able to work our Liberty horse from our ridden horse. Hey guys, well that brings us to an end. I hope that you've enjoyed our time here with you on Better Horses TV and this segment on how to work the Liberty horse from the ridden horse. You can see there's lots of moving parts, and for more information you can go to our website and check it out, doubledownhorsemanship.com. Take care, see you all again soon.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back right after these messages.
Sister as a happy horse is always a better performing horse, and I believe that if she's healthy from the inside out, she's going to be able to perform at her best. She definitely feels good when she is healthy, she wakes up and enjoys her day, and therefore I know she's going to be a happy horse and be able to perform when I ask her to.
How's your production on pasture? Are profits down? Are weight gains down? What are you going to do about it? Do something cost-effective. Do something that will make a difference. To add the first and proven leader in feed-through hornfly control to your cattle rations, ask for it by name, Alticid IGR.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
Hey, I'm Phil Haugen. I want to thank Ernie and Ed for having us on Better Horses TV this week. This week I'm going to be talking about the release, which is what we're teaching our horses to look for. Anytime we're asking for a maneuver, anytime we're asking for a response, when we apply contact or pressure to that animal with our hands or our legs, when we are given that response and that horse finds that answer that we're asking for, that release is what we need to give them immediately once they find that response. A quick example of this. So just like if I'm walking this horse in a circle and I tip his nose back towards the camera and I ask him to step over, as soon as he steps over and finds finds that release point, that response that I'm asking for, I need to release as soon as he finds that response that I was asking for. You always have to remember with horses, the release is what you teach. Okay, it's no different than me picking up on my bridle reins, asking my horse to take a step back. As soon as he takes a step back, release. That release is what tells him, oh, okay, that's what Phil was asking for. Okay, I think for a while there, I know myself, anyway, back in the 20 years ago, I was thinking that I was teaching my horses to give to pressure. And in a way you are, but really what we were doing was using contact or pressure to help our horse find that release point. It's no different than when you come loping up and you sit down, drop your hands and push down on the heels of your boots and you stop. As soon as that horse stops, you give them that release. Okay? So always remember that when we're training our horses, the release is what we teach. Okay? Everything we do has contact or pressure, okay? And as soon as they find the desired response, release. The quicker you release and the better your timing is with your release, the softer, more confident, more trusting your horses will become. So the release is what we teach. Always remember that. Thanks for having us this week. We appreciate being on Better Horses TV. Have a great week of training and God bless.
Hi, I'm Al Dunning. I'm here at my Almost Ranch in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're going to give you a barn tour. You know, this is my tack room, as you can tell. I have lots of bridles of all different kinds and hackamores. This is my work equipment. Keep all our saddles covered up. They're clean and covered for the dust. It makes them last a little bit longer. That's Bailey. He's checking off all the horses as we go. You know, this is our saddling area. We've got polylast as a footing. This is the area where we keep all our supplies right across from it. That's all the fly sprays and all the feed and everything like that comes out of that area. Most of the time, right here is where we saddle all our horses. You know, the horses are brought in here, groomed and saddling. Grooming is a big deal to us, just as much as it is feed. Our arenas are out here, right outside. Our pre-foot panel walker are there. We've got patient poles outside. You know, it's real important our horses don't just sit in the stall. I want to introduce you to my assistant, Marilyn Brenner. Marilyn has her master's at West Texas A&M University. She'll tell you a little bit about our feeding program.
Hi, Hi, here at the Almost a Ranch, we feed premium quality alfalfa along with the excellent product Purina Ultium, as well as supplementing Outlast, which is a gastric support supplement, and Super Sport, which is an amino acid supplement. I'd like to show you one of our show horses. This is Reese. He is an amateur cutting horse, and 2 years ago he had a really rough hair coat. He was probably a body condition score 4. You could see all of his ribs. He was kind of a poor doing horse. He was hard to keep fat on. And with these new supplements that Purina has been putting out, he is ready to go to a horse show at any time. He's in great body condition. His hair coat looks excellent, and we just love our Purina feed.
You know, thank you for this short but interesting barn tour that we have. My name's Al Dunning. We love you, Purina.
Hey, don't touch that dial. We got more Better Horses TV right after this message from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Donna. This is Ringo. We're with Csi Saddle Pads. I'd like to invite you to ride our new revolutionary Flex Plate saddle pad. We offer a 30-day money-back, ride it, get it dirty guarantee. And the best part of the pad is it's 100% American-made with American parts by American hands.
We really like them. They contour the horse's back, help your saddle feel real good, and they work on a little flatter withered horse or on a high withered horse. Either one we can make them fit, and horse is really comfortable under them.
For more information, go to CSIPads.com.
No matter what discipline of riding you do, training, showing, and everyday stress is hard on your horse's legs. Dechra Veterinary Products is a leading lameness company that brought you Osphos. Osphos is a clodronate injection, an intramuscular bisphosphonate to help control the clinical signs of navicular syndrome in horses 4 years and older. Ask your veterinarian if Osphos is right for your horse. Dechra Veterinary Products is a proud sponsor of The American.
In a natural, free roaming situation, horses graze nearly constantly throughout the day and night. When feeding horses in stables, it's ideal to try to mimic this feeding behavior. Horses in stable conditions should be fed their hay so they can pick at it continuously between feedings. Visit our website at stanleyforage.com under Nutrition, then Nutritional Resources to help transition your horse from winter to spring in the coming weeks.
Well, good afternoon. Craig Cameron here, deep in the heart of Texas. Got a great day, good fall day, and great weather for working with horses. You know, one thing I get asked a lot is people say, Craig, how do you get your horse to stay put when you get down and say walk off? You do it by practice and through repetition and showing the horse what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. But just about like anything else, it starts with small steps. You know, I'm a big advocate, and you've probably seen me do some hobble training with my horses, something I believe in, and it's something that can get them started standing ground tied. And that's what we call it when we're able to get off the horse, and if we walk around and do something or visit or go check something else or do some work here, the horse stays put and does not leave. He can learn that through repetition and the way that you offer life up to this horse. You can see I carry a set of hobbles here on my horse just like that in case I need them. And as I'm teaching these horses from time to time, just like saddling, unsaddling, sometimes I just put them on where he's learning about standing ground tied, learning patience, learning to give to pressure, learning to follow a feel. And that's what we're all looking for with these horses. We're dealing with that mind right there. Remember that mind that controls his body, his legs, and his feet. So how can I start this? I get off, and I'm going to start, what did I tell you? Small steps. So as I go to walk off, I guarantee you, this horse, he'll by nature, after a while, want to come with me. Just like a dog, I'm just going to put my hands up, create some energy, and tell him, stay put. Whoa, stay put. Don't follow me. A lot of people get concerned, well, Craig, I've been teaching this horse to come to me all this time. I promise you, he can learn the difference. So I get this horse to stay put, stay, stay, stay. See him watching me? And I just walk off, and then I walk back. I walk back before he can come to me. Now I'm going to walk at different angles. That was more toward the gate, which would be him more apt wanting to come with me. Trust me, they know where the gates are, they know where the barn is, they know where the other horses are. So all these little things to kind of think about all the time. So I'm going to step off here, stay. See how he watches me? And I like that. I like that a lot. Stay put, and then I come on back. And pretty soon, he's going to learn exactly what it is that I want. If this horse goes to leave, shoot, I catch him up, put him back, or maybe push him around where I turn that into work, where staying becomes the easiest and best thing he can do. Just like it's okay for you to make a mistake. In actuality, that's how we learn. So I just keep doing these little steps over and over, plus do the hobble training like I showed you on a previous YouTube video. Right there, stay put, and walk on back. And pretty soon he'll get to where he really likes that, just getting to stand still. It's a really good deal for the horse. Stay put. I'm going to walk, stay. I'm going to walk all the way around this horse. Watch him change eyes. See how he went from right eye to left eye. Remember, he sees different than you and I, thinks different than you and I, perceives the world quite a bit different than you and I. So don't expect him to think like you, and don't work with him and try to teach him like a human being. Learn to speak horse to the horse. And after a while, you're just going to be amazed at what you get accomplished with these horses. And when they learn to stand ground tied, you're going to love it. And I guarantee your friends will be amazed. And they're going to say, how did you do that? Hey, you know how you did it. You presented it to this horse in a way he could understand. Gave him the time it took for him to understand. Lots of repetition. Hey, work with your horse, not against your horse. See things from his perspective and understand his trust and acceptance. Always working on that. Hey, I'm Craig Cameron. Really appreciate you joining me. We got lots more coming, and I'll see you next time.
Hello folks, I'm Ernie Rodina, also the president of Better Horses, and also known as my new role as, we call myself Cookie.
Cookie. He's my assistant, and I'm Cheftell Mark.
And so glad you can join Better Horses. We got a wonderful show today, Mark.
Yeah. This is Janet down at Scipio, or a supper club that we all go to down there. She has this auction every year, and she sold this dinner to these fine folks, and she raised like $13,000 this year for Spina Bifida and several of the other wings and several other outfits that she just donates to charity, and we put on this dinner for these folks.
So forward to look into your meal tonight. Always look forward to that. Just talk about it.
Well, everybody's got to eat, so we're doing kind of a cowboy-style dinner, imagine that. So what we're going to do, we start off with steak tartare, and it don't look like it would take that long to make, but chopping all that little stuff up, and it turned out really good. And we're going to grill some peppercorn crusted tri-tips, and I'm going to make a peppercorn sauce to go over that. Okay, here's the tri-tips. We dusted them in oil, and I coated them in really, really coarse black pepper, and then my steak seasoning. And we got a really super hot grill, and we're going to see if I can fit all three of them on there. Yeah, that's going to be close. We'll make it work. Here, I got prosciutto wrapped asparagus, and we're going to throw them in the oven. I might finish them on the grill if I got room in a minute, but the potatoes are in the oven, so here they go. Now we're going to make a peppercorn sauce in this skillet. We're going to melt the butter. As soon as the butter gets melted, in goes the garlic, jalapeno peppers. These are some chives. And a whole bunch of onions. And the salt and pepper. I'm going to saute this down. When this gets all sauteed down nice and good, then we'll go to adding the cream until we get the right consistency of the peppercorn sauce. And then add a ton of pepper.
Mark, what a great meal we had tonight. Great company we had and everything. It just was, everything was good. From the potatoes to the meat to the salad.
What about Tina's little dessert?
Really good.
Yeah, they turned out really good. A little lemon.
Mint.
Yeah, you get a little mint on top. It's a lemon
Mint with graham
limoncello mousse.
And I tasted some graham crackers.
Yeah, I had a little graham cracker and shaved a little chocolate on top. It turned out really good.
I tell you what, we want to thank you folks for tuning into the Better Horses Hearty Grub. You know, myself, my first time really being officially called Cookie.
Thank you, Cookie. He did a wonderful job. Well, thank the folks over here. Vicky and Bob Mills bought this thing for the Scipio Supper Club to donate with, and they brought their great friends, so thanks to them.
Tell your friends about it. Better Horses TV. We'll see you next time.
And I'll work on the cookbook.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Lina Weaver
and Flat Tail Ranch.
John Deere is known for quality equipment. This quality has created a perception that John Deere is more expensive than other brands. But high quality doesn't mean high priced. The truth from buyers in our area is customers who have purchased a John Deere compact utility tractor saved more than $2,000. Dare to compare us before buying. You and your wallet will be surprised. Nothing runs as long as a Deere, and we'll prove it with our exclusive 10-year warranty. Visit heritagetractor.com/compare to learn more.
It's time to go with United Mosquito and Fly Control's premier fly system for fly control in your barn, providing relief for horses from the stress of fighting flies, and also makes the barn more pleasant for everyone in the barn. Easy, effective, and safe. With United Mosquito and Fly Control, we provide a full service. You as the barn owner don't have to do anything. We go everywhere and take care of everything with our friendly fast service. Call today at 913-558-3814 or email Paul at unitedmosquito.com.
How's your production on pasture? Are profits down? Are weight gains down? What are you going to do about it? Do something cost-effective. Do something that will make a difference. To add the first and proven leader in feed-through horn fly control to your cattle rations, ask for it by name, Alticid IGR.
Hey, thank you for watching Better Horses. If you've missed any of our episodes, you can check us out at betterhorses.com where you can see all our shows.
You can also find us on Facebook or listen to any of our podcasts right from your mobile device.
And don't forget our newspaper coming out 5 times a year, also on the same website.
You're gonna love it.